another interesting thing that happened in this case, which is because you were wearing that hat that said lifetime member of the Oath Keepers, the prosecutors assumed that you knew something that you didn't know. I guess in their mind, they kind of cooked up, oh, this guy must be one of the master planners of this whole thing. When in fact it was a piece of merch that you got basically for signing up with them.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, I would have still been in trouble if I had a different hat on, but it would have been different.
That was the wrong hat to be wearing that day.
And you know what, dude? I brought 3 with me in my suitcase, and I just grabbed that one. One was like Devil's Tower, Wyoming, when we went there. Whatever. I just grabbed that one.
Isn't that interesting how much the wardrobe choice can make it different?
Crazy. But, it actually turns out to be a good choice, right? Because they believed that you were more involved, and this gave us some leverage, right? So we went to the prosecutor. You want to talk about how that developed?
Yeah, and we kind of, admittedly might have teased that a little bit.
Maybe puffed it a little bit.
Yeah, puffed it up a little bit. Yeah, our guy might be willing to talk to you about what he knows, but, we want certain guarantees. And, we need something in return and everything like that. And we were able to arrange this cooperation agreement where we brought in a couple of agents and some of the prosecutors. And, John's required to tell the truth in such a meeting. Of course, by that time, we've already kind of secured what we wanted to get out of it. And so John did just that during the cooperation. He told the truth, which is basically, I don't know anything about this organization, guys. I have a hat. I got some merchandise, and that's about all that I can contribute. Yep. But interestingly, and this turned out to be a really good piece of leverage for us as well, even though you didn't have any valuable information for the government about that, because that was kept secret and kept under wraps and kept as something that we couldn't talk about for years while all these other prosecutions were going on, there was a value to the government in having all the other members of the Oath Keepers think that you gave some sort of insider information. So we were actually able to, how we structured it, we were able to benefit from the fact that you participated in it, even though you weren't able to give anything valuable.
It's a little bit of inside baseball, right? Because you're thinking if you don't do this stuff for a living, you think, how does this stuff work? This is how it works, right? You essentially do this secret protected free talk that essentially says, I don't really know anything. They then seal it, and then they say, hey, Jon Schaffer is going to go out and take a plea, and he's going to talk about everything he knows, and they use that leverage to try to get other people to take a plea. From our point of view, this was very important to the judge on sentencing day. Our attitude as defense attorneys is we're getting our guy out. One way or another, we're going to get our guy. That's who we represent. We're getting our guy out, whatever it takes. And it's, it can, making the sausage in a criminal defense case behind the scenes sometimes gets a little bit ugly back there.
I got to say, that was really hard for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it just felt, but I mean, I hired you guys to keep me out of a cage. That was the whole point. And you did, so it's like, but it bothered me. It did, because there was a lot of things about this that bothered me.
Your life's on hold the whole time.
Yeah, that too. But it was really more about honor. That's what bothered me, because it felt, I just didn't have anything, you know what I mean? If I did, I wouldn't have, you know what I mean? So it's a different thing. Like I had to go, the sausage, man. It's the sausage. And it's new to me, but I have, always known the importance of criminal defense attorneys in a free society. It's different when you're in it.
Yeah.
And we were in it. We were in the trenches, man.
Yeah.
And I'm proud to call you guys friends. I mean, after we went through all this, man, and it's the silver lining in the whole thing.
Oh,
there's a lot, actually. It's hard getting through that, but it's a crucible. It's a test, and I don't know, man. It's a gift. Crazy, but it's a gift.
Yeah. We had countless conversations in the years leading up to this, because it did get continued for years. And I remember there were times when it was really tough for you. And I remember we had to have a bunch of conversations with you where we're like, Jon, just hang on, man. Every single one of these continuances, we're gaining more value. We're putting you in a better position. Then we were keeping an eye on what was going on at the Court of Appeals with, the judges not favorably looking at some of these charges. Hang in there, Jon. This is going to get better for us. Hang in there. And you were a trooper, my friend. Like, we understand your life is on hold. Your life is on hold while all of this is pending. But one of the biggest things you did to help us was you made the best of the situation. You gave us lots of talking points at your sentencing.
Yep. I mean, it was a challenge because I'm a planner, set goals, get them done, and then all of a sudden everything's on hold. And for that amount of time to go by, it was definitely a challenge. There's no doubt. But like I said, at the end of the day, and the macro view of this is, it was a gift. It was a blessing.
All right, everybody, go and check out attorneysonretainer.us. If you want to learn all about our self-defense program, go and check out attorneysforfreedom.com to learn all about our law firm and how we defend people in the criminal justice system. Until next time, this has been attorneys Andy Marcantel and Marc J. Victor with our friend Jon Schaffer signing out. Peace.